One of the things that I offer automobile accident victims in New Mexico is a plan for their case. I give them advice on what type of medical treatment to receive, how to use their medical care in order to maximize their recovery on the case whenever it gets resolved, and also to fully litigate and take their case to trial if necessary. And so when you fully develop the case up front and you actually take the time to invest rather than trying to get a quick check for the client, is that if they don't offer a reasonable settlement, then that's the time to file a lawsuit. That's the only hammer provision that a person who's been injured has in New Mexico, is to file a lawsuit. So lots of people decide that they want to try to pursue their case on their own. But what they don't realize is that they're stuck with the offer that the insurance company gives them. Surely these people can go down and file a lawsuit against the at-fault driver and represent themselves as their own attorney. But that's a very difficult and time-consuming process to follow and to take. So really, once a victim gets to their highest settlement offer representing themselves or trying to do it on their own, they either have to take that offer or they can file a lawsuit. And that's why when you have an attorney that has helped you fully develop your case and it's time to file a lawsuit at that point, you're in much more of a power position over the insurance company because you already have your playbook and you already have all the documentation that you need. I think a lot of attorneys focus on either purely their trial experience or their court experience. And in representing a victim of a personal injury case, there's much more that's required on the case and much more involvement that's required by the attorney. Not only from the initial meeting that I take with my clients, but also the follow-up that I have with them during the course of their case and their medical care, and then also at the end when it's time to do a settlement demand, and then finally, if we end up filing a lawsuit, then I'm working closely with them throughout the lawsuit. There are, at every single turn of the case, it is necessary to have your attorney there to give you legal advice. And lots of attorneys and firms in this state rely on their staff in order to advise their clients. I don't handle my case that way. I take great pride in giving my clients their legal advice as well as fully developing their cases and maximizing their recovery. One of the important things of why I make it so easy to get a meeting with me with any potential client that's considering hiring me is that there's very specific things that need to happen as far as the type of medical treatment that they receive and how soon and often they receive that medical treatment. And unfortunately, if a client doesn't meet with me initially and several months goes by, that can potentially create problems on the case that I can't fix. That will make it impossible for me to represent the client because we don't have enough initial medical documentation in order to prove the case. So I am more than happy to meet with people and have them come in and let them know a game plan on their case and the type of medical treatment that they should receive. So for me, spending that initial time so that someone's case is not damaged by them not having the proper information, whether they hire me or not, I'm happy to spend that time and educate people, and more often than not, I find those people, even if they haven't hired me, will make referrals in the future of friends and family because I did take the time to advise them and let them know their legal rights. Anybody that's debating whether or not to fill out a contact form on my website or to contact my office, I would just urge them to do so. Speak with my staff, speak with me. What you see is what you get. There's not any bait and switch. There's not any secrets that we're trying to keep from people. And I think that our reviews reflect that. If anyone's interested in meeting with me, setting up an in-person meeting with me in order to discuss their case, I'm happy to do it. All they need to do is contact my office to make an appointment, and they can also contact and fill out a form through my website, and then we also follow up on those as well in order to set the appointments as soon as possible.